Hello and welcome to level 3 of how to level up your fitness in 2025. My name's Hui, I am the coach. In this video, we're going to be talking about gearing you up, getting all the right resources, mentally prepping you for the fitness journey ahead. Now, if you haven't watched the first two videos, go ahead and do that. In the first video, we talked about finding our why and using that as the foundation for our fitness journey. And in video 2, we built out our game plan, our workout plan, our nutrition plan, and our schedule. In this video, we're talking about all the things that we need in order to be able to do the workouts and do the nutrition, prepping our minds for the tough journey that you're gonna have ahead of you. We're basically just stocking up for success. Now we're gonna get right into it. The first part of this is all the essential gear that you're gonna need for this quest. The reason why I think this is important is because it removes friction and excuses so you can get right into it. When you have all the tools that you have, then there's no excuses as to why you didn't work out or why you didn't eat right. We wanna make sure that you have everything you need, so you don't gotta think about it. You can't make no excuses. We're just able to stick to the plan. So what does this look like? If in video 2, for the strength portion, you pick calisthenics, let's say, and resistance bands, then the gear here that you're gonna need is resistance bands. You might need some yoga mats. You might need some yoga blocks, a pull-up bar, some dumbbells at home, kettlebells, and then of course some comfortable workout clothes and shoes. All of the gear that you're gonna need to be able to do your workouts at home, whatever that looks like. If you decide that you wanna do weight training and go to a gym, then you're of course going to need a gym membership. If you're gonna go to some fitness classes, then you need to start signing up for those and making sure, everything's situated so you can just, go. If you're going to the gym and whatnot, then I'd advise you to maybe grab a little bag and stock it with some essentials like a towel, a water bottle, some headphones, because those things are gonna just make working out at the gym a whole lot easier. And of course, workout clothes and shoes, please. If you're just starting your fitness journey, I wouldn't really recommend getting a fitness tracker or any of the apps or protein shakers. You do not need to ball out and all that type of stuff yet. Get the bare minimum accessories, and then, as you progress and as you find that you need more stuff, then you can get it. There's no point in dropping all of this when we don't even know if you're gonna stick to it. If you're sticking to this plan, then it should be fine. But again, just, save your money. We don't need to do all that yet. If you are spending on money on some stuff though, I would prioritize quality for these items, because if you're using them regularly, you're gonna want them to be good and last you a while. Next portion is stocking up on the nutritional resources. This is a fun one for me because it's the food that you're gonna eat, right? And you wanna make sure that that's enjoyable and it's things that you like. Have fun with this part. I'll give you an example of all these things. We're basically just building a grocery list here, and it's gonna make grocery shopping a whole lot easier, a lot less time consuming and less draining on your mind. Again, it's gonna help you prevent like impulsive choices, because if you're doing the grocery shopping and getting just quality foods, then you don't have to worry about eating junk at home. It's also, again, nutrition is very, very important. It's gonna be the fuel for your workouts, and it's gonna dictate how you look. Grocery list, we've talked about in the other videos, right? We need to be thinking about proteins, carbs, fats, and veggies. For proteins, I'll just give you what I like. I like chicken, I like beef, I like fish, I like shrimp, kind of like tofu. I love eggs. I'm a fan of Greek yogurt. I don't do protein powder, but go ahead. Go Google lean proteins. Out of that list, whatever you like, go buy that. Now for carbs, I've ate rice all my life, so I don't care for it that much, but I'll still eat rice. I have recently found out that I love sweet potatoes. I like potatoes in general. I love breads. Breads though are not that healthy for you, but if you can get whole grain bread, I still fuck with that. Yeah, just look up good healthy carbs and then fit that into your diet, see what do you like. When it comes to fats, I'm lacking on this part a little bit. All I really do is avocados and then sometimes nuts or olive oil. You can do things like nuts, seeds. Actually, I love fatty salmon, just salmon. It's got some healthy omega-3 fats in there, so that's good for you. Next thing that we talk about is veggies, and actually I'm gonna add fruits to this too, because that's important. Veggies and fruits, basically just plants, things that grow on the earth. We got spinach, we got bell peppers, bananas, berries, apples, bok choy, ong choy, mushrooms, fucking beets. There's a bunch of vegetables out there, so don't just say that you're allergic to vegetables. Go figure out something that you might like and that you can fit into your diet. Find a lot of those things so that you can have a huge variety here. We already talked about this in the previous video, but when it comes to the nutrition part of it, there's some steps to make this a little bit easier. Batch cook all your proteins. Instead of prepping whole meals, just prep the ingredients so that you can have variety throughout all these meals and you're not just eating the same thing every day, because that's going to make it not sustainable for you. Cook all your chicken, cook all your beef, cook all your fish at the beginning of the week, so that each day, each time it's mealtime, you just pick what you want. Store them in containers so that they're just in the fridge ready for you to just pick, microwave it up, heat it up, boom, we good to go. Pro tip, I would also store and stock up on healthy snacks. There's just gonna be times where you get hungry, you don't know what else to eat, and it's not like you're just gonna eat a whole steak right now. So get things like protein bars, some nuts, dried fruit, whatever it might be, keep it healthy, right? No more hot Cheetos in the crib. All right, and then that's all you gotta get for your groceries, right? Just make sure you're getting all these healthy, nutritious foods that you like, and that's a variety so you can switch it around and keep things fun. I wanna talk about the mental preparation of this journey ahead. Fitness is not easy, bro. I've been doing it for a long time, so now it's easier for me, but I know for like a beginner, it's not that easy. So we're trying to really make this fun and more sustainable for you. Let me explain this concept to you. This is your motivation. It's going to ebb and flow. There's going to be days where it's high and there's going to be days when it's low. And the reason we need to mentally prep for that is because when people go into this, they think every day it's going to be up here. But no. A lot of days it's going to be down here. We want to be mentally prepped for those days. But really, all we want to maintain is right here. No matter where we're at motivation wise, what we're doing is just sticking to the process right here, maintaining homeostasis. And this is going to build some resilience and allow you to show up on days that you don't want to show up at. So now what does this look like? For me, these are called low effort days, minimum input days. It's things like, hey, today was tough, I had a bad day, or I don't have enough time today. What else can I do? Because again, we only want to stick to consistency, not perfection. A minimum input day is just something where you can just do a little bit and it still counts. Could be a 10-minute workout rather than a 30-minute workout. Could be walking down to the end of the street and walking back rather than the run that you're about to go on. Essentially, it's like whatever you wanted to do and you couldn't do it, you do not just pick it's either that or nothing at all. You must do at least a little something just to mentally keep that consistency, keep that I did something. I don't know how to explain it, but when you are able to do that, it just makes you feel a bit better about yourself, which is going to allow you to continue playing this game a little longer. It's basically like you don't get a big win that day, but you get a small little win, okay? And we want to just stack small wins. And then for nutrition, let's say, keep it simple, man. You know, every day, maybe you didn't meal prep that week. I don't know what happened. You have to have a backup plan. So if you didn't prep that week, maybe you have some like frozen foods that you can prep, but like not TV dinner frozen foods. Frozen foods isn't like some frozen fish, some frozen sort of proteins, carbs, veggies, whatever it is. Just something that you can make quick and it allows you to continue to eat pretty healthy if you can't stick to the original plan. Part of an iron mindset is just focusing on the process of consistency and not perfection. A lot of people, it's like once they miss one day, then they just give the whole thing up. That's not an iron mind. That's just giving up. We want to be able to just bounce back very quickly, right? If you miss one day, screw it. Life happens. The next day, are you hopping right back into it? You never want to let it go more than 2 days in a row. Once it's the third day, that starts becoming a new bad habit. Process. Consistency, not perfection. It's kind of just getting all your ducks in a row, as they would say, and then prepping mentally. You just know that it's going to be hard ahead and not every day is going to be ideal. So it's about figuring out who you're going to be and what you're going to do on those non-ideal days. Are you going to fold or are you going to step up? Are you going to prove it to yourself that you're capable and that you're able to do this and that you actually want this bad? We've talked about the want, or we talked about the why and the how. This is just, you know, when life hits you in the face, are you going to hit back or are you just going to fold over and cry like a little girl? Mentally prep yourself. Instead of just thinking of everything ideally, think of everything in the worst case almost, and then figure out what you're going to do in that worst case. Because if you can handle something in the worst case, then everything else is just that much easier. Prepare for those days, know what you're going to do, know how you're going to react, know how you're going to take it, and then we can keep moving forward. And now after this, you have your why, you have your how, and you have your what you're going to do when crap hits the fan. Now you have everything you need to get to the next level. Now in the next level, in the next video, we're going to be talking about execution. We've planned thoroughly, we've prepped everything that we need to. Now it's time to actually Nike this thing and just do it! In the next video here, we're gonna talk about the execution of our plan, how to follow through, how to track it to adapt when things get hard. This is what you probably originally came here for, but we had to go through all this first, and now we're getting to the fun stuff. So I'm gonna see you over in level 4. Peace out.